I want to give a shout out to all the subscribers of No Debt But Love. Thank you guys so much. You're commenting, you're liking the videos. I really appreciate that. It's really helping the channel grow. I'm going to do my best to be consistent and posting a video once a week. And if you're new here, consider showing No Debt But Love some love by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to the channel, or just do all the above. Now let's get into the video. What's up, everyone? It's Drew with No Debt But Love, where we strive to live out Romans 13:8, which is to allow no debt to remain outstanding, but the continuing debt to love one another. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to inspire the next generation to avoid student loan debt at all costs. If you have any student loan debt, don't worry. We're here to encourage you to pay it off as quickly as possible. So I'm out here enjoying some of this Texas heat and sun. It feels really good out here. And with this video, I'm going to highlight an article I found by Slate, and it was written by Rachel Hampton. It actually gives the story of 8 people who struggled or may be still struggling paying off their student loans. Now, with this story in particular, I want to say thank you, sir, for having the courage and the boldness to share your story. You really shared a lot of intimate detail. Your story can help out a lot of people to, one, consider the career field they're going into after they go to college and take out student loans. 2, the salary and the ability to pay off the debt. And 3, the pending impact that the student loans can have on family. This article is titled, "What It's Like to Be Single in Your 60s with $233,921 in Student Debt." I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description below. So thank you, Rachel Hampton, for writing this piece. It is well written. I really enjoyed your writing. So this gentleman's story begins. It started on January 10, 2008. I was working for a local hospital, making decent money. Then the board of directors decided to sell the hospital to a for-profit corporation. I got called into the boss's office, who said, "We're letting you go. You've got 15 minutes to clean out your desk." I thought, no problem. I've lost jobs before, but this was the beginning of the Great Recession. 9 months, 400 job applications, and 17 interviews later, I landed a part-time minimum wage job at the local Macy's, working on the loading dock. My oh my. At the time, I was coaching a high school debate team, and more than a few of the other coaches said, "You should become a teacher." So I applied to King's College, and they accepted me into their teaching program. I maxed out my student loans because I needed the money to survive. The federal loan program allows you to take out more than the cost of tuition, so that way I could take care of tuition and rent and have money left over for gas, food, medicine, things like that. Then my daughter went to school, and I had to take out parental loans. That was a chunk of change too. I was in the middle of my master's program and feeling kind of disillusioned. So I applied to a number of schools in California. I got accepted by a really little Christian graduate school called St. Mary's, about 20 miles east of San Francisco. Unfortunately, I got jerked around a bit. A couple of weeks before I went out there, they called and said, "We're suspending the master's education program for the school year. You're the only one who applied, and we can't run a master's program for just one person." So we went through all the programs they had, and they led me down the garden path to one called the Master of Arts in Leadership. They even gave me a bit of a scholarship. But still, I had to take out student loans. Whoa, that's tough. So he also goes into what he didn't like about the program. He said that they weren't giving out grades. It was some kind of marks that you passed the class, but the teacher was unsatisfied with his performance, so he got removed from that program. And sir, yes, that does sound very strange. I'm I'm glad, however, at the end, you did eventually get your master's. He goes on to say that he had no job, very little money, no place to stay, and California is expensive. It was 2 semesters, so said he was guessing he accrued $21,000. He had to live out his car for 2 months until he re-enrolled in King's. When he finally managed to finish his master's degree, he was fortunate enough to find a job at a high school where he is now. He's in his 5th year of teaching. So great job, great job. However, with the student loans, his original lender expected a monthly payment of $2,200. Right now, he's in an income-driven repayment program, and he pays $202 a month. However, with this repayment plan, it will take him 83 years to pay it off. He also later says that, "I don't understand why college is so expensive. My first degree was from the University of Notre Dame." Wow. And that was in 1981. "And I finished with only $3,500 in student loans. I paid those off like in 2 years after I graduated." Wow, Notre Dame. Congrats, that's awesome. He says that he cannot afford dating. He's only making $30,000 a year. That's $10,000 a year less than what he was making 12 years ago. Ouch. He also says that retirement is just a dream at the moment. He'll never be able to. He just recently had to buy another car because his 2004 Dodge Neon broke down on him. And he says that he lives with his son. So right now, his account has been overdrawn due to a payment being taken out twice, and he had to get an overdraft fee. And right now, he doesn't see many schools looking to hire a 60-year-old teacher, since technically he's supposed to be on the retirement end. So Jack, I just hope that you stay encouraged. And again, thank you so much for sharing your story. Now, this is not to make fun of Jack or anything like that. This is just to serve as a reminder that whenever you take out student loans, remember to count the cost. Jack Connolly, he's a Notre Dame grad. He has a master's degree. He's an educated gentleman. So this is not someone who's lazy, that didn't want to pay off their student loans. He's already paid off a set of student loans from Notre Dame. So from 1977 to him getting his master's degree and getting into a new program, that's a lot of inflation in terms of how much the tuition has gone up. So if you're going to go to school, what I would suggest for all my young listeners out there, if you're planning on going out of state, see if you can first find a job out there. Or better yet, just stay at home. Stay with your parents. And for the parents out there, I'm a father of 2. My kids are still young, but with all these student loan stories and me overcoming my own student loan debt at $85,308.07, parents, we have a big role to play in the future of our kids. If our kids don't want to listen to us about not going to a particular school and taking out student loans, remember, you could still do things to make their lives a little bit more challenging and actually going to a particular school, such as withholding financial documents, taking away privileges. You know, it's not child abuse to tell your kids no. For me, I'm thankful for the time when my parents told me no, when I wanted to do certain things. But at the same time, I wish my parents would have really stuck to their guns when they told me no about leaving Houston, where I'm originally from, and then hopping on a Greyhound bus to Abilene, Texas to attend my alma mater. For me, I don't regret my education. However, I do realize that I could have just stayed home and afforded cheaper tuition. So I made the decision to go off to Abilene. I made the choice to sign on the dotted line to take out those student loans, and I'm grateful that I am now done. So that's that's about it for this video, everyone. If you like this sort of content, leave this channel some love. Don't be afraid to like, comment, share, or subscribe, but just do all the above. And until next time, everyone, stay strong, fight on, have no debt but love. Peace and blessings.